Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm Taylor Mission. Michael Jordan starred in one of the greatest movies of all time called Space Jam back in the early 90s. And now in 2021, we have Space Jam 2, A New Legacy, starring LeBron James. And the reviews are not what you would expect from a Space Jam movie. 1996 Space Jam starring Michael Jordan is considered to be one of the greatest kids movies of all time. With cameos in it like Bill Murray and Charles Barkley, among many other 90s basketball stars, the movie gets everything right that Space Jam 2 gets wrong. Space Jam 2 seems to just be a story that never takes off and seems more like an advertisement for all of Warner Brothers' IPs, and the critics just aren't buying it. Space Jam coming back has reignited the debate on who is the GOAT of all time in basketball. I'm joined by Landon Potvin. Landon, who do you think is the all-time great in basketball right now?
I think there's two players that we think of: Michael Jordan of the Bulls, LeBron James of the many teams that he's played on. I have to personally go with LeBron James. It's kind of because I've only seen LeBron play, but at the end of the day, his finals wins and losses, the quality of them definitely are way more significant than Jordan's were.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan, he got to the finals 6 times. He played some good teams in the finals. And Charles Barkley, he went up against him. And then Michael Jordan, he's such a good defensive player while also being such a good scorer. I mean, that's got to amount for something,
Yeah, Jordan's a phenomenal defensive player. He's he's a one-time defensive player of the year. He's a steals champ, and he's third all time in steals. But LeBron James, he makes some of the best defensive plays at the right moments. LeBron's not known for his defense, but man, when he needs to, he has those blocks against Iggy, right? He has those game-winning shots against the Washington Wizards in the regular season after he blew a layup. And then he's just an all-around better player, in my opinion. And the way he's won is way more significant, right? He's had to beat a Warriors team that was 73-10. He's won with 3 different teams with many different players. It's hard to make chemistry throughout one season, but he's done it many times.
But you see, Michael Jordan, he hasn't had the superstar, lineups to play with. His greatest player he played with was Scottie Pippen, who, mind you, was a great player, But the Bulls, he didn't go somewhere to find that great player. The Bulls created a team around him. Well, Packer fans are rejoicing today as news broke that Aaron Rodgers was planning on reporting to training camp, and then later on, there he was. He showed up at training camp himself after a new deal that he reportedly made with the Green Bay Packers that could see Aaron Rodgers moving to a different team after the 2021 season ends. In an offseason that can only be explained with one word: nuts. The Packers finally know that Aaron Rodgers is going to be their quarterback for the year 2021, but their future is still murky since Rodgers is negotiating a way to get out of his contract after this year. But for now, Rodgers is at training camp, and a familiar face in Randall Cobb will be joining him as well at Packers training camp. With Aaron Rodgers returning to training camp, the debate on who is the greatest quarterback right now playing in the NFL has reignited. I am joined once again by Landon. Landon, who is the greatest quarterback you think in the NFL right now?
Yeah, Taylor, I'm just going to shut it down right now. There is no debate on who the best quarterback is. You can't complain all offseason and then show up for minicamp after you saying you're not going to show up and then complain to the media about how bad the front office is. Right there, the debate should end. But since we're going to continue it, the numbers, that's when it really ends. The playoff resume. Brady has 7 Super Bowl wins in 10 attempts. Come on.
I mean, yeah, you got me there. But Aaron Rodgers, he is just that rare specimen. He's got all the athletics that you would want from like almost a Russell Wilson, not quite as athletic, but enough to make some of those plays. but then he's also got the arm, that arm, he can throw it a mile almost. He's got such a good arm. And I don't think Brady has the arm that Rodgers has, or Brady even ever close to have that arm.
So there's one way to figure out who's better. And yes, they play the same position, but it's to play head to head. The only time Rodgers has beaten him is one time in the regular season. The other time was in a golf match. So that's another reason why Brady's the better quarterback, and the stats prove it too. They're both 3-time MVP, but Rodgers in last season, in the 2021 season, he beat Rodgers to go to the Super Bowl right there. I mean, that's really it. I mean, Brady's the better quarterback.
There's one stat, that we always talk about with quarterbacks, and Brett Favre gets thrown into this stat a lot, and it's interceptions, because you know how Brett Favre leads he's one of the top quarterbacks, but he throws a lot of INTs. Tom Brady has 191 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers only has 89 interceptions. That's amazing how much of the difference that is for two guys who've, their careers. Brady's only played for 4 more years than Rodgers. Well, Landon, it was great discussing the GOATs of basketball and football tonight with you. We will catch you again next time on Full Sail Live.